you're about to turn 18, let me just be completely real and honest with you. Half of the things you think that you should be worried about are not even that serious. They're not even that serious. However, the other half, nobody even told me, nobody even warned me, nobody was like, girl, listen up, you need this advice. Nobody. So that's what I'm here for today. I'm gonna give you that big sis chat that I wish I had right before I turned 18. I wish I had this advice. And yeah, I hope you enjoy my video. You don't need to have it all figured out, babes. Sometimes adults will make it seem like we need to have a career path, a job, all figured out by the time we turn 18. And reality is just that life is really all just trial and error. If you rush things, you might end up in a position you don't want to be in a career you don't want to be in. Might lose money, might take you to do the wrong decisions, might end up getting you to hate and taking you further away from what you really want. So yeah, don't let this world pressure you into thinking that you're behind just because you don't have it all figured out yet. Most of the older adults don't even have it all figured out yet. It's just trial and error. What you do need to do is make sure that you're constantly looking for what your purpose is and not just standing there. Because if there's no action, there's not gonna be any results. You got to put in the work and life will reward you. And I can guarantee this goes for anything. This goes for school, friendships. You just gotta pursue what you think it's right. And as long as you're doing your best and it's where you're meant to be, it will work out. And yeah, another thing I wanted to say is like friendships will shift. That's like number one big thing. When I was in high school, I actually graduated online because this being like a big reason. Your friendships will change. I went to high school with my middle school friend group, so context, I've been a girl that's always been moving around. I move around every year, a new city, new state, new country. I literally moved from Colombia to Texas, from Texas in one school, then I moved back to Colombia to a new city. I've never lived in Colombia. Another school year, then I moved to Florida, one school year, one middle school, then I went to another middle school next year. And it's just like a cycle until I got into high school, and I actually stayed in like my 8th grade year. I made like a friend group, and I like really like begged my parents so we could like stop moving around so I could keep my friends, because I hadn't ever had so many friends until I was in the 8th grade, and I had a decent friend group and I was really happy about that. So I tried to speak to my parents. I was like, hey guys, you think we could like maybe have me go to like my own high school? I've just made a lot of friends, and they were really nice about it. However, that did not stop my friendships from shifting. I thought those friends were gonna be my best friends for the rest of my life, and half of them don't even speak to each other anymore. I do speak to some of them like once in a while, but I'll be so honest, I'm like the loneliest person since high school ended, and that might just be my experience, but I'm just saying, friendships will shift. You'll make new friends along the way. Like my junior year, all my friends were seniors, and I was super sad when they all left, when they graduated. They all go do their own thing, and only very few real friends will stick by your side. And that's just the truth. It's just about understanding that not everybody's gonna be there for you the same way other people will be. And you just have to find those people, and it takes time, and that's okay. This was a good one. Money management matters now. Babes, it matters, and it's serious. The second you turn 18, you start to have responsibilities. Some of us have had them like way long before we've been working, but most people, once they turn 18, you gotta get a job and stuff, and you gotta start relying for yourself, paying for your own stuff. Sometimes your parents will help you, but even then you have to be responsible and working hard. You gotta make sure that you are keeping track of your money, or else you will not save up. This is the time where you need to save up the most money you can. Do not spend it on useless stuff. And that's coming from somebody who tends to spend their money on a lot of useless stuff. I really wish somebody taught me how to save up money, keep money in a bank account and a savings. I wish I knew how to like get my credit cards. I'm still learning and I'm still working through all of that. I've gotten a lot better with my money management, and I noticed that you will simply have less issues as long as you keep your finances organized and you start to become independent in a lot of things you need to understand for the future. Love yourself enough to not settle. That goes for boyfriends, that goes for girlfriends, that goes for friendships, a job, anything. You need to understand who you are as a person. You need to understand what you bring, and people should respect that, no matter who it is. And you should never allow anybody to walk over you. You should not settle for anybody. If they're overworking you at a job, you gotta go, babes. You will find something new. Your boyfriend doesn't respect your boundaries. There's plenty of fish in the sea. New one, they gotta go. You cannot settle friendships. Like maybe your friends, they're hanging out without you and they stop inviting you into plans and you're sad. They didn't respect you. That's fine. They could leave. You'll find better, and that's what you need to understand. You don't need to settle because you will always find better. This might be a little controversial, but the things you consume can absolutely change your personality and the way you feel. Coming from somebody who's diagnosed with MDD, that is major depressive disorder, I used to consume a lot of sad media, a lot of sad music. And I noticed once I started shifting those things, I started watching more cartoons, I started listening to more uplifting music, more energetic and good energy and like motivational stuff. You will feel more motivated. The people you surround yourself with as well. You are what you consume. And it could, some exceptions, I understand that, but for the most part, what you consume, what you surround yourself with, what you like, will change your personality and will affect the way you feel. Healing can take time. Healing is a process that you experience during any age. When we're younger, we are taught that like we are just supposed to let go of our emotions, that things are not that serious. That's a big point, that it's true at some extent. However, healing does take time. So don't be hard on yourself when you're not over situations that might not even feel that serious. It's okay to take time to heal and forgive. Not just heal and forgive, also heal from experiences, fears. Healing can also mean healing from your negative actions, fixing a behavior. But healing takes time. So as long as the effort is put in, as long as you're making sure that and everything that you're trying to heal, whether it's like I said, like a bad behavior or something that happened to you that affects how you live in your nowadays, just remember that it does take time and you shouldn't feel bad because you're taking long, as long as you're making sure you're working towards the next step, always putting in a piece of your work. And talking about that, I wanted to talk about how the world doesn't reward potential. The world rewards action. The least talented person who puts in the work to become the best one at something, and let's say they're competing against somebody who's naturally talented at it, the person who will most likely be rewarded is the person who puts in the work, because that they show up, they show that they want it. That creates more value than just having the talent. The world will reward you once you start acting. Consistency, and that goes for anything. You want to have a body, you want to have that body, you want your body to be T, pull up to the gym, but you gotta be consistent. You're not gonna pull up one time and be like, oh my god, I see so much difference. That's why a lot of people quit. And what you don't realize is that things feel a lot harder, but it's because the world is full of quitters. And that sounds harsh, but it's the sad reality. The world is full of quitters. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, as long as you're being consistent and putting in the work, the world will reward you. God will reward you. Life will reward you. Your hard work will be shown. It will reflect. You just have to put in the work, manifest, and just have faith and continue dreaming, continue working for your dreams, and don't let nobody discourage you from those stuff, because those people are jealous that you have more ambition than they do. They don't see themselves having as much as ambition as you do, and that's where you don't take that in that negative emotion. You don't turn that into anger. You grab all those bad feelings that people might make you feel like you're doubting yourself, and you use them to prove these people wrong. You are powerful. Your actions are powerful. Your consistency and your hard work will reflect. This is like something I wish I realized sooner, because I really doubted myself a lot. I've stopped myself from doing a lot of things I've enjoyed because of what will they say, or people telling me like, oh, that seems impossible. Nothing is impossible as long as you're putting in the work. You will become noticed for what you work hard for. Another thing that could vary from person to person, but I think it's just the good advice in general, is realize that your parents are also figuring things out too still. It's also their first time here on earth, and just learn to forgive, learn to accept. Like I said, you don't have to let them disrespect your boundaries, but learn to put yourself in their shoes, because they're also confused, they're also learning, they're also going through trial and errors, and I can almost guarantee you that they're working as hard to become better for you. So if that's the case, just try to be understanding with them. Don't give them a hard time. Even when you don't agree with opinions, you could give out your opinion respectfully. Just be patient. I don't know how to really shape this message for everybody, just because it's such a difficult topic, since a lot of people could have narcissistic parents. But even then, it's about you being a bigger person and understanding that they're also living for the first time. They also have their problems, they've had their traumas, they've gone through all of it, and they're probably still struggling. And because they're our parents, sometimes we do not notice those things. It's okay to change your mind. Don't ever feel like it's not okay to change your mind. One day you say your favorite color is pink, and then tomorrow it's like, actually no, I like green. That's fine. You will change as you grow up. You will find new hobbies, you'll find new things. You shouldn't feel out of place when that happens. You will become different, you will change, and that's actually something beautiful, because it shows how human you are. It's like part of being human is liking new things, finding new things. Maybe you stop enjoying old things and you find another thing that you enjoy. Your opinions could change, political views, philosophies, mindsets. Change is amazing when it's used properly. As long as you're always changing to feel more comfortable in yourself and becoming a better person, a successful person, you will succeed, and that will be your biggest weapon, because that's what makes you unique. Changes, finding out what you like, and that's what makes you different from everybody else. So go for all the changes, try everything out until you find yourself. And going along with that, I also wanted to speak about how your identity is gonna change so many times. I could say that for myself. Style will change, the things you like, the music you listen to, what you watch, what your favorite colors are. You will change a lot mentally as well. You will stop agreeing with certain things. You'll mature in some stuff. Maybe you'll realize that guy's treating you like garbage and you don't want that, but he's too immature and you don't want that for yourself. You will change, and that is something to not be scared of. That's actually, like I said, your biggest weapon, and you should totally use that. That's what will make you succeed. This could either be a really silly one or a really obvious one, but please don't rush into adulthood. Enjoy being young as long as you can. I am terrified of growing up. I'm scared to admit it, but I'm scared of growing up. I wish I could be a kid forever. I just feel like responsibilities will just come to you in a way, especially if you go independent after you turn 18. that's not what you want to do. You want to try to be young for as long as you can. If you have your parents to support you, I have an amazing family who supports me. And just appreciate how young you are while you still are, because once you're not young anymore, there's no going back. There's no more family helping you out. There's no more being young and being able to try out sports. Just enjoy it while it lasts. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, and it's what I started my video with, is that things are not that serious most of the time. Sometimes it will be. I'm not gonna take that away. But things are not that serious. Your friendship ends, whatever. You're gonna make new friends. Your boyfriend broke up with you, you'll find a better one. He was probably holding you back if that wasn't the person that you were meant to be with. Life will put obstacles and will give you gifts. And you have to understand what's an obstacle and what's a gift. And that's the best way I could explain it. It's just things are not going to be that serious. Sometimes life will throw situations at you just so you learn something. And that's what's beautiful about life, is that every time something happens and you feel like the world is ending, try to look at it. Sometimes, I know it's really easy to say, in the moment it's going to feel like the world is ending. But try to not feel like the world is ending and look at it more like, what did I learn from this? What can I do to avoid this feeling? Or if it's something good, what can I do to keep having this feeling? Just learning from all your experiences. And yeah, life is never that serious. Live it to the fullest, because we're only in this life one time, and I feel like we're all just meant to live it up and have the best time possible while being here. And even though I might be your awkward big sister, as shy as I get up here, I really hope I helped at least some of you. I hope this advice was relatable. If you have some advice that you also think I missed, that you want to give out to people, things that you realize, if this video helped you, share it with your friends, send it to your fam, just save it on your phone, drop a like, because it will help me push this video out for more people to hear my advice. Japping, I love japping. As awkward as I am in front of this, I love talking, and I just feel like I could have a little cute community of people I talk about these stuff, and that we could all be shy and awkward together and not feel uncomfortable. Okay, y'all, I'm about to do that awkward outro thingy. So yeah, appreciate if you leave a like, subscribe, comment what you think the best advice was, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you.